Do you believe aging means you have to lose your strength, your energy, and your independence? What if I told you there's one single vitamin that could keep your muscles strong, your bones protected, and your mind sharp, even after turning 60? The truth is, after 60, our bodies begin to lose muscle mass rapidly. Our bones weaken, and even our memory can start to slip. But here's what most people don't know. This decline isn't inevitable. In today's video, I'll reveal not just this one essential vitamin, but also two more powerful allies that act as shields against premature aging. If you're over 60, or love someone who is, what you're about to learn could completely change how you experience this next phase of life. So go ahead, hit that like button, share this video with someone you care about, and subscribe to the channel. Because this isn't just about vitamins, it's about protecting the life you've built. As the years pass, your body changes. You've probably felt it. Getting out of bed isn't as easy as it used to be. A simple walk takes more effort. Your digestion feels slower. Sleep becomes lighter. And your memory? It might not respond the way it once did. These aren't random changes. After 60, your metabolism slows down. Your body produces fewer hormones. And, most importantly, it absorbs fewer nutrients from food. That means you could be eating well, but still living with hidden deficiencies. Deficiencies that slowly drain your strength, weaken your bones, cloud your thinking, and leave you tired all the time. And here's something even more concerning. The medications many older adults rely on. They often block the absorption of key vitamins, making the problem worse without anyone noticing. But there's good news. Because once you understand which nutrients your body truly needs at this stage of life, you can begin to turn things around. You can feel stronger, think clearer, move with more freedom. And it all starts with knowing what to avoid and what to embrace. Let's begin by exposing the silent villains that may be robbing your vitality right now. Even the most well-intentioned habits can turn against you, especially after 60. That comforting meal, that nostalgic breakfast. What once seemed healthy or at least harmless may now be secretly draining your energy, harming your bones, and disturbing your sleep. Let's take a closer look at 4 common villains in the diet of many older adults and understand why they may be quietly working against your health. Villain number 1. Whole milk, the strength myth that backfires. For decades, milk was praised as the ultimate bone builder. Drink your milk, a phrase so many of us grew up hearing. But here's what they didn't tell you. Whole milk is high in saturated fat, and as we age, that fat doesn't process as efficiently in the body. After 60, your metabolism slows, your arteries become more vulnerable, and your tolerance to certain foods, like lactose, declines dramatically. What does this mean? That glass of milk could be contributing to chronic inflammation, spiking cholesterol levels, and upsetting your digestion, even if it never did before. Many seniors don't even realize they've become lactose intolerant. The signs: gas, bloating, cramps, and that persistent feeling of fullness after meals. Worse, inflammation caused by dairy fat can weaken bones instead of strengthening them, and increase the risk of cardiovascular issues. What you really get: weaker bones, digestive discomfort, and silent inflammation that drains your energy. Villains number 2. White bread, the morning comfort with a dangerous price. There's something comforting about a slice of toast in the morning. Warm, soft, familiar. But white bread is made from highly refined flour stripped of fiber, nutrients, and complexity. It digests quickly, too quickly, causing sudden spikes in blood sugar followed by sharp crashes. And after 60, your ability to regulate blood sugar isn't what it used to be. Insulin resistance becomes more common, and those spikes can lead to brain fog, cravings, and rapid weight gain, especially around the belly. You might think one slice won't hurt, but day after day this habit adds up. It becomes a slow but steady path toward type 2 diabetes, heart strain, and energy crashes that feel like exhaustion. What you really get: unstable energy, weight gain, and a higher risk of metabolic diseases. Villain number 3. Diet soda, the deceptive healthy swap. You gave up regular soda. You switched to diet. No sugar, no calories. Smart move? Not quite. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose may seem innocent, but they can disrupt your gut microbiome, the collection of bacteria in your intestines that control digestion, mood, and even immunity. And the gut becomes more fragile with age. When that balance is disturbed, you may experience bloating, irregularity, reduced nutrient absorption, and mood swings, and not even realize it's connected to your daily drink. Worse, dark sodas contain phosphoric acid, which leaches calcium from your bones, speeding up bone loss, especially dangerous in postmenopausal women and elderly men. So that healthy soda swap? What you really get: a weaker gut, faster bone loss, and disrupted hormone signals that affect everything from energy to sleep. Villain number 4, excessive coffee. The masked fatigue coffee feels like a solution. You're tired, so you drink more. But over time, it becomes a trap. Too much caffeine, especially after 60, can disrupt sleep cycles, raise cortisol, your stress hormone, and interfere with nutrient absorption, particularly of calcium and iron. And when sleep quality drops, your body doesn't heal, your muscles don't recover, and your brain doesn't reset. You wake up tired, drink more coffee, and the cycle repeats. Caffeine also masks real fatigue that might be caused by vitamin deficiencies like B12 or D, making it harder to detect the true problem. What you really get: shallow sleep, brittle bones, nervous tension, and growing dependence on a stimulant that gives less and less back. Each of these 4 villains may look harmless, even comforting, but over time they quietly rob your body of its resilience. And the good news? Once you remove or reduce them, your energy returns, your digestion improves, your sleep deepens. Yes, there are foods and habits that quietly drain your energy, your strength, and your clarity. But here's the truth. Nature also offers incredible solutions. Simple, affordable, and remarkably powerful. After 60, every decision matters. And when you choose the right nutrients, you're not just feeding your body, you're healing it. You're telling yourself, I still want to live fully. I still want to feel strong. Now let's talk about the 3 most essential vitamins for this stage of life. Starting with one that is nothing short of a miracle for those over 60. Think of your body like a house. Bones are the foundation, and vitamin D is the invisible beam that holds it all together. It doesn't just help absorb calcium, it also supports your muscles, boosts your immune system, and protects against infections and inflammation. But here's the problem. After 60, your skin's ability to make vitamin D from sunlight drops by more than 70%. Most seniors also spend more time indoors, wear more clothing, and use sunblock, all of which reduce vitamin D production even further. Signs of low vitamin D include muscle weakness, achy legs, frequent infections, feeling tired all the time, and even mild depression. Natural sources: sunlight, 20 minutes daily on arms and legs without sunscreen; fatty fish like salmon and sardines; egg yolks; mushrooms exposed to sunlight. But here's the truth. Food alone isn't enough. Most people over 60 need a vitamin D3 supplement, especially in winter or if they have darker skin tones. Pro tip: vitamin D3 is the best form, but take it with food that contains fat for better absorption. And always ask your doctor to check your levels before starting a supplement. This vitamin is a lifesaver, literally. It prevents fractures, protects your lungs, and keeps your muscles working. If vitamin D is your body's structure, vitamin B12 is the electricity running through it. It powers your brain, supports your nervous system, and helps produce red blood cells that carry oxygen throughout your body. And yet, it's one of the most common hidden deficiencies among older adults. Why? Because after 60, your stomach naturally produces less stomach acid, and that acid is what helps release B12 from food. To make matters worse, common medications like omeprazole, metformin, or certain antibiotics can block B12 absorption even further. The result? You may be eating eggs, chicken, or dairy, and still be dangerously low in B12 without even knowing it. Warning signs of B12 deficiency include memory problems, brain fog, dizziness, tingling or numbness in your hands and feet, irritability or mood swings, weakness and fatigue, and in severe cases, even nerve damage or early cognitive decline. Natural sources of B12, beef liver fish, especially tuna, salmon, and sardines, eggs, milk, and cheese, chicken. But here's the hard truth. Food alone is rarely enough after 60. Because of poor absorption, most older adults need B12 in sublingual form, under the tongue, or even as injections, depending on the severity. Ask your doctor for a simple B12 blood test. And if you're supplementing, go for methylcobalamin, a highly absorbable form that your body can use more easily. Vitamin B12 is not just a memory vitamin. It's your mental energy, your emotional balance, your nervous system, your connection to yourself. Neglecting it, that's like letting your brain operate on low battery every single day. You've probably heard of calcium. You've probably heard of vitamin D. But have you ever heard of vitamin K2? Most people haven't, and that's a huge mistake, because vitamin K2 is the critical link between strong bones and a healthy heart. Here's how it works. When you take calcium, either from food or supplements, your body needs help deciding where that calcium should go. Vitamin D helps absorb it, but it's vitamin K2 that tells it where to go. Without K2, calcium can end up in the wrong places, like your arteries, leading to hardening of the vessels, high blood pressure, and even heart attacks. With K2, calcium is sent to the bones and teeth, where it belongs. Signs of possible K2 deficiency: frequent bone fractures, stiff joints, early-stage osteoporosis, artery calcification, shortness of breath or leg pain while walking. Natural sources of K2: natto, a Japanese fermented soybean, very rare outside Asia. Hard cheeses like Gouda or Brie, chicken liver, egg yolks, butter from grass-fed cows. But here's the challenge. Most Western diets don't contain enough K2, and most people over 60 have never even been tested for it. Pro tip: when supplementing with vitamin D, look for a combo that includes K2 in the MK7 form. This is the most effective version for long-term use and better absorption. Vitamin K2 is like a traffic cop for calcium. It keeps your bones dense and your arteries clean. And when paired with vitamin D3, it becomes a powerful duo, building strength while protecting your heart. Aging doesn't have to mean weakness. It doesn't have to mean forgetting names, losing strength, or living in fear of falls or disease. It can mean wisdom, clarity, strength, and control. But only when you choose to care for your body, from the inside out. The 3 vitamins you learned about today, vitamin D, B12, and K2, they're not just nutrients. They are your tools for living fully, for protecting your bones, your brain, and your heart. And here's the truth. Every time you choose the right vitamin, every moment you spend in the sun, every change you make at the table, you're not just surviving. You're investing in a life that feels good to live, because you deserve to age with confidence, not fear, with strength, not limitation, with joy, not regret. And now that you know what your body truly needs, you're already one step closer. If this video helped you today, leave a comment below saying, "I choose to age with strength." You can share this with a parent, a friend, or someone you love who's over 60. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because every week we share practical science-based tips to help you live longer, stronger, and with more purpose. You're not alone in this journey, and the best is yet to come.